So welcome at CG Carworks, the place where we transform cars into pieces of art. Art that you not only can look at but also use, and we make sure that we protect the car perfectly so that you can actually use and enjoy your beautiful car, or as I would say, pieces of art. So this week we have an Italian car and something German. So a Ferrari 612 that needs a lot of detailing. We also have to detail the undercarriage of the car. I believe this car has 15 or 16,000 kilometers on the clock, so not that much, but still, after these kilometers, the underbody gets dirty and really needs some detailing, so that's what we're going to do. Also, we have to fix the sticky buttons problem that's quite obvious with all those Ferraris, and paint correction and a lot of other detailing we have to do on that Ferrari. And next to Ferrari, we have my personal favorite, and that's the Porsche 964 in flat black. And this car is completely painted, and we have to correct the paint and put a ceramic coating on. So you maybe think now, why would you polish a freshly painted car? Well, we're going to show you that the same reason why you should polish a brand new car, and especially with a restoration where they have to put everything back in and install a lot of bits and pieces. A big reason why you should polish, especially with this paint, which is flat black. It's very finicky, and I'm going to show you why you should do that. We're going to start with that. So as you could see here, we have quite some swirls, some little scratches, so no deep scratches or whatever. Very minor, very small light scratching, and also some sanding marks from sanding out dust spots. And you see here, and this is why you should always polish a freshly painted car. Especially now they restored it and put all these bits together and touched the paint. And out of this paint we get so much more gloss out of it. It's absolutely mind-blowing. So it's always worth polishing a freshly painted car. So for the people that don't really understand what we mean with sanding marks and how this car gets sanding marks, we maybe do a little bit of an explanation about that. First of all, this car is completely painted, and whatever paint job you have, this is a very, very high quality paint job. It is really, really good. It is really amazing. The quality is absolutely perfect. But whatever quality you have, it is now a paint job like this, or you buy a brand new car from the dealership, a new Porsche, Bentley, whatever you buy, you always have dust spots in your paint. So little dust particles flying through the air and catch the paint, and it will be in your paint. And you always have them. It is not possible not having them, or you must have some very lucky day. It could maybe happen, but mostly every painted car has some dust spots after painting. So they leave that car drying, and then they're going to sand out those dust spots with sandpaper. So you normally start with 1500, move up to 2500 grit, 3000 grit, and then you're going to polish out the sanding marks from sanding out those dust spots. So that is what happened here as well, and some sanding marks are still left, so we have to make it better. And also in this case, this car is completely restored, and they put all those bits back on and touched the paint and maybe leaned over a little bit. And this car, or at least this paint, is very, very finicky. This flat black paint, you only have to touch it and then you already have scratches on it. So therefore we also have to do it and now make sure this car is looking at its best before the customer will pick it up. So I will always recommend to polish your car when it is completely restored, when it is freshly painted, and also when you just buy a brand new car. We do a lot of new cars as well, from the factory to our facility. Then we correct the paint, remove all those sanding marks, and make it shine as perfect as possible, because with all these lights we see these spots very, very well, which you maybe not see outside, but if it is here very perfect, then outside you won't see it at all. So we strive for the best paint quality, and that we will have up here, because this will really, really shine. So let's start, and I hope you now really a little bit understand why we do this. So most areas are now polished. All the big parts we completely corrected, removed all the sanding marks, all the scratches are out. We only have a few small sanding marks left. So on those small bits where we can't reach with a big polisher, we're going to use now a very small one. This one, the flex, to get all in between those very small areas. We have some sanding marks left up there, and we're going to use this dual action, a very small dual action with a microfiber pad. We actually have two choices. We can also use a rotary, because when you use a rotary you can get very close to the edges. For example, with a dual action it goes to the left and to the right, so you don't want to bump into this. But in this case the scratches are not very close to the edge, so we can use the dual action, the very small dual action, to get into all those tiny edges. So when we finish that and remove all those little sanding marks in those little areas, we can start the finishing process and make this paint really pop. So let's go. So when this is the end result after a few hours of polishing, the shine is absolutely mind-blowing, and this is the reason why you should always paint correct and coat a new painted car and a brand new car as well. Look at it, it's just absolutely amazing what we have to get out of this paint. So a recommendation for all of you guys, always paint correct your freshly painted car and put a ceramic coating on it, then you get this. So now the soft touch paint is coming up, so we have to remove a lot of buttons, and for that we have to remove a lot of bits and pieces. So a few parts will be recoated and a few parts will just be removed. So we're going to try to remove the soft touch with alcohol. You can actually easily do that. It's still quite some work, but some areas it is fine, and some pieces we can't do that. For example, some buttons have lights behind it, and if you clean off the soft touch, we sometimes have a white button. So therefore these buttons are sent away, recoated and laser etched out these logos, so the lights can shine through them again. So quite some work. Well, I think it is worth it because these buttons are really disgusting. So now it is time to correct the paint of this Ferrari 612. We have actually some pearl white metallic, a very awesome color with this wet interior. It looks absolutely amazing, but it can use a lot more shine. So that is what we're going to do today. So guys, I really hope you liked this video. I really enjoyed this two cars, and the result is absolutely amazing. We made some beautiful pieces of art. We made some really masterpieces out of it, and the owners will enjoy it. I'm pretty sure of that. And I hope you liked this video and this project as well. And please like and subscribe our video. Thank you for watching. See you next week.